Hi guys, thanks for tuning into an episode of Mike Reviews It All today. Got a sad story out of Oklahoma City. I'm going to start out quickly by saying I have a deep respect for law officers, for law-abiding officers. They put themselves in the line of duty every day, and I thank them for their service. So what happened last night in Oklahoma City? Some of the facts are clear. A 35-year-old deaf man was shot to death. He was holding a 2-foot long metal pipe, which officers reported was roped to the man's wrist. Officers were called in Oklahoma City to a hit and run at 8:15 p.m. They seen Sanchez, a deaf man, standing on his porch with a lead pipe roped around his wrist, and asked him to drop the lead pipe. When he refused to drop the lead pipe, officers continued to move closer as witnesses yelled at the officers that the man was deaf and that he could not hear their commands to put down the pipe and to get on the ground. Officers reported that they could not hear the witnesses, but the police report did not deny that witnesses were yelling, "He can't hear you." So from 15 feet away, 2 officers decided to shoot this man. This is according to Captain Bo Matthews of the Oklahoma City Police Department. From 15 feet away, one with a taser, one with a gun simultaneously. The officer who used the gun, when asked why he didn't use a taser, said, quote, "I don't know." That's a problem to me. That's a huge problem. Bo Matthews, the captain, actually said, and I want to get this quote exact, he said he didn't know exactly what the officers were thinking at that point. That's not the entire quote, but that is a direct quote from Bo Matthews. This doesn't look good for the Oklahoma PD. I don't know if people remember in Oklahoma, Tulsa City in 2015, they shot an unarmed black man who was on the ground, apparently of no threat to them, as you can appear. And surprise, surprise, in this, neither police officer had their body cam on. This really, really does not look good. Best case scenario is that these officers were improperly trained as to when to use lethal force. You're talking about 15 feet away, 2 officers, a man with a 2-foot long pipe is not going to hit them from 15 feet away. It's not going to kill them. I want to know what these officers are being taught as far as non-lethal force. How many jiu-jitsu hours are they getting in? How many, boxing, kickboxing, MMA hours are they getting in? I've volunteered to lend my services, my limited MMA services in judo, to the police departments, local police departments. Seen some interest. Hopefully we're able to keep doing that. But officers really need to be trained more on how to not use lethal force. This is just a really bad situation in my opinion, and why that officer from 15 feet away would feel the need to shoot a gun. I'm not even sure that the taser was necessary yet, but why did he not use his taser? It's not clear if he had his taser, but the police department didn't say that he said he didn't have his taser. When they asked him, he said, "I don't know." So something Captain Bo Matthews said is that sometimes you get tunnel vision, and that's probably why they didn't hear the people yelling. And that happens. I've worked in loss prevention a lot. Like I said, I have a short MMA background. I mean, I feel comfortable defending myself and taking people down. I've disarmed people. I don't use weapons. These officers seem very inadequately trained at best. And this is happening in a lot of different places. Like I said, I definitely only support the blue I thank them for their service, for putting their life on their line. But we need to get these guys the training, the know-how. We need to make sure we're doing the correct psychological background checks to make sure that these guys are able to handle situations like this. This man's hands did not go in his pockets. That's one of the big things that I'm always worried about in loss prevention. The police are always worried about when you can't see a person's hands. So not being able to see a person's hands is much worse than someone having a 2-foot pipe. To justify that you thought that this man was going to kill several officers with a 2-foot long metal pipe, so you felt that your life was in danger enough to shoot him, just doesn't hold water with me. Like I said, at best case, poor judgment. And I'm going to give him the benefit of the doubt. It probably was poor judgment. I'm sure this officer now feels absolutely horrible. I mean, I'm sure he's in a nightmare right now, but not comparable to what this dead man's family's going through right now. I'm going to give them the benefit of the doubt that maybe they didn't hear the crowd screaming that the man was deaf. I don't see that as the biggest issue from here. Why are you shooting a man from 15 feet away? That's according to their own police report, with a taser and a gun, who's got a 2-foot long pipe. That does not need to be the first thing that's done. There's plenty of disarming, techniques that they could be using. Get with the Gracies. Start taking Gracie Jiu-Jitsu. Start taking Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. What kind of training? I want to know, Oklahoma City PD. I want to know if you're listening. And anyone who's in the PD and captains and stuff, what kind of hand-to-hand combat are these fucking officers getting? Because, like I said, I respect police, but this is fucking bullshit. We need to stop killing our citizens. You need to know how to disarm a fucking 35-year-old deaf man with a fucking pipe. Yes, I'm getting fired up now because this is a long time coming. And if these people are not being properly trained to disarm a fucking deaf man with a 2-foot fucking pipe that I could do with one hand tied behind my back, call me cocky, call me whatever the fuck you want, but this is goddamn bullshit. And you need to fix this shit, and you need to fix it now. You need to stop shooting unarmed people. You need to stop tasing and shooting people with fucking lead pipes that are not coming after you. These captains of these police departments need to be in charge of this. You need to go out. You need to hire jiu-jitsu experts and start spending more time on non-lethal techniques than on lethal techniques. Please listen to me. Please heed my warning. I know I'm getting upset. I know I'm screaming. I know I'm probably getting annoying right now, but I am deeply impassioned about this. Stop killing our citizens when you are not in grave danger. I think I'm too upset to finish this, to go any further with this video right now. If you like what I do here, please give me a like. Please give me a subscribe. I'm sorry if that got a little heated for you, but this needs to stop. If you agree with me or disagree with me, give me your opinions down in the comments. But I'm really tired of reading these kinds of stories in the news. Everyone try to have a good week, and I hope to not be reporting anything like this to you again anytime soon. Thank you very much for tuning in. You guys have a great week.